Good morning, class. It's April 25th, and it's a new week in our Teaching and Learning with Digital Technology class. So this week, I didn't really want to bog you down at the end of the semester with this class, and so hopefully you have made it thus far, and most of you have been very successful in doing that. Just as a reminder, please do share what projects you have created on the Padlet page that I have linked you to here. Padlet.com/gfrankum/ELRN750. This gives you an opportunity to just look at other people's projects and see what they have created and share ideas and look at the different things people have created for their authentic learning projects. So we have some authentic learning projects. We have the copyright and fair use projects. We have a bunch of things on here that you can review, and that helps you to gain ideas from your colleagues and from your classmates. So yeah, it's not too big of a week, really. I guess, well, it depends on how you do this assignment. You are going to tap into your social media network. So last week you found information from at least 2 social media sites. This week you need to take this activity one step further by making sure that you're connected with other professionals like you on your social media sites. So that means if you're a language arts teacher, connect with other language arts teachers. If you're an e-learning professional, then connect with others like that, etc. And then pick a part of your teaching or learning or professional practice that you can ask your social media network about. For teaching, it could be a concept that you teach and don't seem to have any good ideas about, or a lesson that hasn't gone very well for your students in the past, or it could be a project that you would like to make more creative. It could be any kind of question, how to make your job more productive. And so you need to, in your social media, pose this question to other professionals who might be able to provide you some good advice, and then get an answer. And then you're going to have to post about your experience. So of course you'll want to start early on this experience because you want to make sure that you can get an answer by the end of the week. And then here's the information that you'll post. You'll post about the question that you asked, the answers you received. What do you think was the best answer? Will you do something like this again in the future? And then also respond to at least 2 other classmates' posts as well. So that's what's going on this week, is basically to get a question out there, get some responses from it, and then post about your experience on social media. Other than that, there isn't anything else going on this week except preparation for that incredible final project. Now, just a warning, this incredible final project, you do not have the option to resubmit this because it's due right at the end of the semester. And so you'll want to make sure that you check the requirements, make sure you get everything right with this before you submit it. That way you don't have a chance to resubmit if you, say, missed one of the requirements or something in the assignment. So yeah, make sure you get all of the requirements in there. I'll just share a few things that you'll want to make sure that you include in this. By the way, with this week on social media, this is a great model for being able to increase your practice, improve your practice using your social media network. So this week you're tapping into your social media network. You're going to improve your practice by asking other people advice. Sometimes we get so stuck in our own little area that we never think to open up our practice to other people. And especially, I think, in teaching and learning, we feel like it's an extension of our own personality. So it's really hard to open up with questions like these. I do understand that because, we're opening up a part of ourselves, something that we do each day in our classroom, and asking for people to give us advice for improving that. That's a difficult process. But it can be also a door open to improving our practice through inviting others to give advice. Okay, so here we go. We have the assignment here. Hopefully you've read through some of the things, but I just wanted to point out a few things that people tend to miss. A description of how the project is at least 3 of the following needs to be included. And that's from the Meaningful Learning Framework: active, constructive, cooperative, intentional, or authentic. By now, and by the end of this course, you should really know the Meaningful Learning Framework and how it works with technology and education. And so And in fact, I should be able to ask you, and you should be able to just spout it off, the 5 elements and what they all mean. And it's focused on this, but if you look here, you need to provide a description, a separate nice paragraph or 2 that shares, or maybe 3, that shares why the project that you're creating is these things. A lot of you have submitted projects that will submit projects that are some of these things, and that's fine, but you need to explain how the project is these things. Let's see, what else are we missing here? Yeah, I think a lot of what happens too in the past is that we don't have very clear timeline of activities, exactly what will the teacher and students be doing in each step of the process. Give a nice detailed timeline of what will happen in each part of the process. And then also describe what learners will complete at the end of the lesson or project. So don't just say they'll create a poster about dental hygiene. Instead, explain what the elements of the poster would require, what you would require to see in the poster, or whatever it is that students create. Tell more about it. Give more details about exactly what they need to submit. I think if you follow those guidelines, you'll do well on this project. All right, well, it's time to be done, but go out there and get some information from your social network. Find out what people say back to you as you ask them the question. I'm really interested to find out what advice you receive and whether you feel like this activity is useful. Have a great week.